So.
Maybe. All right, I'm going to go ahead and run the intro video because they're probably going to drop here in just a moment. You ready? Let's do it. Yep, there they go.
All right.
In the frigid expanse of the North Atlantic, between Iceland and Scandinavia, lie the Faroe Islands. Beautiful and isolated, these windswept shores will shortly be the setting of a desperate struggle between opposing navies. This is Shards. Shards is a 42 by 42 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from southwest to northeast. The A cap is in the bottom left, B is in the center, and C is in the top right. Changes made to Shards in Update 0.8.1 have made it a very unpopular map in some regions, and many teams remain uncomfortable playing on it. In the lower left and upper right corners of the map, the A and C caps pose quandaries for both teams. Half of each cap circle is wide open, while the other half is constricted by islands that form a narrow set of channels. How they choose to handle these corner caps forms the backbone of a team's strategy for dealing with Shards. Some teams will opt to try and capture from the side most open to them, forcing the enemy to attack through the channels. Others will opt to push through the channels quickly and bag the cap themselves, then use the open side of the cap for defense. At the center of all this chaos lies Cap B with its own maddening configuration. Islands punctuate the circular cap like a set of lawnmower blades, centered around another low-topped island smack in the middle of the cap. The island cover seems likely to encourage a lot of camping cruisers and hide-and-seek destroyers. Previous events in clan battle seasons have shown us that while teams spawn in the northwest and southeast, play will typically revolve around an axis that runs from the C cap in the northeast corner down to the A cap in the southwest, while both teams vie for control of Capture Area B. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Shards. Alright, welcome to Shards here. Last game of the day here in the Swiss stage of King of the C9 on North America as we bring you CYPHR versus TASH. CYPHR going with double Kremlin, Des Moines, double Zao, double Stalingrad, daring, and a first for today, a Z-52.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, think about it. I mean, with no carriers, there's a lot of things that you can do differently that you might not have done otherwise. One of the reasons that I think teams hate this map so much is because you get spotted so quickly with the way the carrier deployments and everything works on these diagonal spawns. But you don't have that problem right now, so we'll see. What's your lineup like, Zath? Talk us through it.
Well, we got Yamato, Kremlin, Des Moines, Henri, Yoshino again making an appearance. Smolensk we haven't seen for a few rounds, so it's
True.
exciting to see that. Stalingrad, Goering, and Grozovoy as well.
Well, at the moment, we're sending Daring to B as the Z goes down to A. They drive Reshetelny's Grozovoy off the B cap with a quick and early Des Moines radar there. Arleigh Burke's Daring moving into the northwestern cap portion of the cap there. Backed up by that Des Moines at close range. They get some shots on the Groz. Cost him a little HP, make him burn a heal here at some point. Zed takes some chunk damage too, losing almost about 20% of his HP here for that exchange. I'm not sure why he fired there. I think I probably would have held my shot.
Yeah, me too.
Reshetelny's still under fire, losing down to about half HP now, waiting to go dark, presumably to pop that heal. Now, Himmador Zed pulls up short of the cap, having briefly spotted the Stalingrad, realizing that there's a radar nearby. Well, it's probably a bad play to push in there too quickly.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. So we got Boondock Taints over here with the Yoshino on the 9 line. He's sending some torps north of the B cap, and I think what he's trying to do is to graze that island in E4, E5 area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the typical Des Moines camp spot.
Yep. Well, there is a Des Moines there, but he's pushed well back. He's right on that 4-5 line, snuggled up to the island. So yeah, he's pretty far back from the action there. We see where the Smolensk has pitched his tent as he's Spinosaurus just throwing shells everywhere at anything he can find. As now Radon Arsenic's Zao into C. Are there any of your ships going to C at all, Zath?
No, just the Yoshino. He's going up there to probably kite away.
Yep, he's spotted. He's spotted now since he fired at the Daring. Or no, he fired at Shin's Kremlin.
Yeah, you don't shoot at Shin.
In case it wasn't clear before the
Caster bias.
game, that's right. In case it wasn't clear before the game, Zath and I used to play on a team with Shin. He was one of our regular Battleship players back in the day. We used to play Supremacy League. He was known for being a dead shot in his Amagi. So I'm curious to see how he handles Kremlin.
And Montana.
And yeah, it looks as if, I mean, right now they have B. You guys have anything even able to contest B?
Just a math teacher. It sounded funny.
That's literally
But yeah,
his name. I had to go look, but you're right. That's literally his name. Is the Kremlin could go park in it if he wants. So these guys are going to have C shortly. They already own B. The Z is still trying to reverse into the back end of A just to be a jerk. He just has done it now, as he's got eyes on the Stalin. The Stalin, oh my. Oh, little Zed, you need to leave. Himmador is in real trouble here. I'm sure the Stalin will radar him. He's got an Henri crawling up his stern, a Gearing, a Des Moines, and a Stalin at very close range.
Yeah, they took their time getting in a position.
They very much did.
Unfortunately, your Zed was a little too smart for that, and you can see now he's... Uh-oh.
Oh, Soaring
Matthew's
Skies.
shooting him too.
Soaring Skies taking a big hit there. Now, the Zed is probably still radared. He's probably still spotted, but with that island, he's actually got hard cover from everyone. Even the Henri, which had shots on him, was the last person to have shots on him a moment ago. As now just a math teacher does push into B and start flipping that. 5 minutes gone. CYPHR working out to about a 120-point lead here. No caps, no kills early on for TASH. They're still looking for their first points. CYPHR clicking furiously on the northeastern corner of the B cap. Now clicking on just a math teacher's Kremlin. There we go. Trying to get some resets on him. They don't want the Kremlin to cap for free. They're going to make him earn it.
Well, even if he sits in B and he just holds the cap, that's fine. It prevents the point gain.
Right. TASH does finally bag A as they start to tick up points down about 140 points here. 6 minutes gone on Shards.
Yoshino is way off on the flank, trying to get torpedoes. They're not connecting, though.
Shin just took a pot shot with the Kremlin at the Yoshino, but did not get anything out of it. Looks like the Yoshino's just trading fire with the Zhao at the moment. Kremlin moving back into B. Where's the Smolensk, Zath? We haven't seen him in a while.
Smolensk is behind the Yamato, if you can see where the Yamato is.
Yeah, okay. Yep, I see
there.
him now. I forgot. Okay, so he re-smoked back over here to farm looks like he's farming juicy Smolensk Stalingrad up in C.
Yep. Jimador is taking some hits. He's at 8,000. But I don't think he's going to go down just yet.
Now, one of the things about Zed's got a lot of HP, right? The one that I'm concerned about is Shappy Stalingrad. He's got a lot of firepower in his face. So it's one of these, like, long-term, he probably can't win that engagement, but he can definitely slow them down and make them earn it.
Yep. Math teacher just took some Z52 torps.
Ooh, I see that now, down to half HP. That was a well-done salvo.
Yep. Meanwhile, Shin found a convenient battleship-sized gap.
Yep, I see this. Those were probably, I'm assuming, Grozavoy torps.
Yes. Math teacher's gonna have to do some crazy calculus to get out of this one.
Indeed. Arlie Burke's daring now sitting in the B cap as well as just a math teacher. B cap going nowhere for either team. Each team ticking up a cap. 8 minutes gone as CYPHR continues to work on that about 140-ish point lead that they earned earlier by bagging early caps. Now, the Stalingrad they have parked in C is looking pretty rough right now.
Well, you know, when you're allowed to be farmed by Smolensk for over a minute.
For over a minute, I know, right?
The interesting thing is, look at A. I mean, there's 3 cruisers down at A.
They just
it
parked
seems
there.
Like they're all afraid to move. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we haven't seen the Des Moines or the Henri in a while, but Bubas's Stalingrad is just chilling there, and the Henri is just chilling down south too.
Shin's got a salvo in on Boondock Taints. Overpen.
He keeps having this problem. He's not really able to punish the Yoshino right now.
Arleigh Burke, Admiral Arleigh Burke is starting to get shot at.
Well, they finally
Radar.
he moved up to do a line of single torps at Math Teacher, but it's going to cost him his ship. He goes out right there, but there's a whole heaping boatload of torpedoes going at Math Teacher, who's going to have to do some fancy footwork to avoid dying. Honestly, if this isn't if they don't trade, this is really bad. They need this kill since they lost. They give up a destroyer for it. I think they might get it.
Yeah, he tried to turn, but looks like, yeah, probably it.
Oh!
No!
He survives on 5,200 HP and pops a heal. Look at that.
He solved for X.
He did indeed. But if they can light him on fire, that's huge. The gearing now must be in B. He was headed that way. There he goes. They do finally bag the big Kremlin on the south side of B, and that's huge. That puts TASH down a battleship. Shin now getting farmed by the Smolensk, but it's better on him than the Stalingrad at the moment.
Yeah, Yamato Danim needs to do something. He can't just kind of stay there. He's broadsiding to Shin.
Yeah, Shin has no shot. There's an island in the way. A big island in the way. Shin's reversing, but it's going to be a long time before he has a shot. Shin is actually shooting at the Stalingrad. He's shooting at Bubasa's Stalingrad, which is now reversed far enough back for him to have a shot. This could be bad. Oof!
It is bad.
20k on Bubasa. That's huge. He's continuing to reverse. Yep. He's moving back up now, realizing his mistake. He's gone too far in reverse. They did finally manage to pull Shappy's Stalingrad out of that position that was facing the A cap. The gearing does bag B. It flips, but then Courts Des Moines drives right back in. Shin's going to go down, I think, Zath.
Yeah, he's coming under sustained fire here. The question is, will the Grozovoy go down too?
He's trying to find a position where the Smolensk shells won't kill him.
Yep. They
do get the Grozovoy. If he can move up close enough to the island, the Smolensk won't be able to lob shells over. Ooh, but they lit him on fire again. Him and the Yoshino. That's the problem, I think. Shin was getting tag-teamed by the Yoshino and the Smolensk, and that's just a lot of HE.
Yeah.
He sends maybe his final salvo out at the Yoshino, which does a solid 20k. But I think Shin might go out right here. No! He finally repairs and heals. Looks like he's got shelter from the Smolensk. 12 minutes gone. CYPHR looking like they're in the driver's seat of this map. Up a ship and a cap. Up nearly 300 points here on Shards.
Our victory.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Both teams are at 3 wins?
Both teams are at 3 wins, I believe, yes. So if TASH doesn't win this game, they will not be moving on to day 2. And I believe CYPHR needs this win for the same reason. Now, the other CYPHR Kremlin is continuing to push up. Down the 3 line. Ooh, Shin finally gets his revenge on the Yoshino.
Yeah.
Wiping him off the board. 400-point lead now for CYPHR.
Yeah, this is going to end pretty soon here, looks like.
One way or the other, it's going to end. I don't know if Jax is going to lose his ship or not. Like, it's a possibility, but he's still got, 25,000 hit points. He's trying to heal through some of the fires now. I gotta say, Spinosaurus' Smolensk has played such an irritatingly good game. These battleships have just got to be pissed at him, just for his existence. I think they're going to get
going down here.
I was going to say, I think they're going to get the Yamato. I think they're going to trade. I think they're going to lose Jax. Yep.
Our team has taken the lead.
Jax is fine in combat. Strong stellinium armor.
Da, Tovarish, we will bounce all your armor off stellinium. Negative. The French said, get wrecked. That extends the game a little bit, but does little to ding CYPHR's lead here. Still nearly 500 points, up 2 ships and a cap. 60 seconds for TASH to make a play, do something. Ooh, big AP salvo coming in on the Smolensk now. Yep, he felt that. Gearing is between him and the Smolensk, though, now smoking up. The cruisers in A seem to finally want to move. It felt like they've set their all game, Zath.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really surprised with that. Especially the Stalingrad. I mean, there's no
Yes.
reason for him to have sat there.
And reversing far enough where Shin could put 20k into him was a huge mistake.
Mm-hmm. Spinosaurus is going down right here. Nope, nope.
Zhao bags the
And
gearing,
that does it.
and that is the game. CYPHR picks up their win. They will definitely be moving on to day 2. Well, I say definitely. They're now in the running, right? With the 4th win, that's what it takes. Yeah, I really feel, Zath, I feel like that play down south, right? The cruisers, they put 3 cruisers in and around the A cap, and they just